Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back. So, first thing on the agenda this morning is to get my Blackstone griddle re-seasoned. If you recall from last week, I went to use this down by the river, hadn't used it in over a year, and of course we're in a moist environment, so if you don't keep the griddle oiled between uses, it's going to be subject to rust as you saw last week. So anyway, I'm going to take care of that today, and the first step is to heat this griddle up as hot as I can get it, and then let it cool down, and I'll take the scraper and scrape as much of the surface rust off as I can. Then I'll reheat it, apply some cooking oil, let it cool down, and then take a steel wool. You can also use a grill stone, but I don't have a grill stone, so use some steel wool to, again, take down as much of that rust as I possibly can. Wipe that with paper towel, and then keep going through that process until the rust is gone from the griddle and the sides as well. And then after that happens, I'll go through the process of actually seasoning this griddle. So that's on the agenda for today. So guys, check out this sweet chainsaw extension that my buddy Ace gave to me. This is a still extender that attaches to my weed eater back there, and then I'm able to chainsaw, low-hanging limbs, which is awesome. You put the chain oil in here. This attaches again to the base there, and gives a great extended chainsaw for chopping, limbs around the homestead. So I'm very thankful to my buddy Ace, super generous. He's a contractor to the south of us, and he's got an awesome collection of Stihl power tools. And sometimes he does jobs down there in exchange for tools. So he had several of these, and again was generous and gave one to me to use on the homestead. Thanks, pal. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to take a few minutes to clean this thing up. I need to tighten the chain as well as sharpen the chain. These Stihl chain sharpeners are awesome. This chain happens to be the same size chain that I have on my small chainsaw inside. So I bought this a month or so ago for sharpening that chain, and it'll work for this one as well. These things are great. Got my bar oil here, so I'll get that filled up, and we'll be good to go. I'm really looking forward to using this thing. Okay guys, so the rust is gone, and now it's time to season this griddle. So what I'll do is apply the best oil to apply for seasoning the griddle is actually flaxseed oil, but that's kind of hard to find around here. So the next best would be an extra virgin olive oil. And so I'll apply a little bit of that to the grill, spread it around with a rolled up paper towel, and then turn this on to high heat and let that heat up for about 30 minutes until it stops smoking and the griddle turns sort of a matte gray. Then we'll apply another coat, we'll wipe that down, apply another coat of the same type of oil, and repeat that process of letting it heat up until it stops smoking. Again, it's 20 to 30 minutes before that happens. What's happening is that oil is cooking into the metal and creating the seasonal layer. So we'll do that 3 or 4 times until the griddle is a matte black. And once it's a matte black, then it's done and it's, you know, perfectly seasoned. So go to work on that now. So I just got a call from Chris down at the still shop, and that bracket that I ordered last week for the deck here has arrived. So I'll pick that up on my way back into town this afternoon. So the griddle's looking pretty good here. I've done 2 rounds of seasoning, and I think I'm going to do 2 more. It's still gray, matte gray, but leaning toward matte black, and we want it to be matte black. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1 more here. Again, we'll spread that around, fire this up, and let it cook for about 25 minutes or so. And we are baking this oil into the metal to create the seasoning. So almost there. Trouble with these little green canisters of propane is they don't last very long. So when you're seasoning your grill, you're going to go through a couple of these. That one is empty. All right, guys, so I'm perfectly seasoned. It took me 4 applications of that oil, heating it up for 30 minutes, letting it cool down, another application, heating it up, letting it cool down. Took the better part of the afternoon to get it done, but it's done. And so I'm good to go to use the Blackstone again. I'll be sure in between uses to keep this oiled, and if I go for a period of time without using it, I'll still keep it oiled. That's what prevents the rust from occurring. So that was a fun project, pretty easy, just time consuming. So guys, I went ahead and picked up the new bracket from my still dealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed. So these are those automobile windows I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago that I found back in the corner of the property. I think they once went on an old VW Bug, I'm not sure, but they're intact, and thought I'd clean them up, put them in the shop, and don't know what I'm going to use them for, but might be cool on a sort of a funky greenhouse or something. I like the shape, so we'll figure out something to make with them. So tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and it's a special day for Lisa and I. I proposed to Lisa on Valentine's Day, and of course she said yes. So anyway, we're going out of town tomorrow night to celebrate Valentine's Day, and we're going to one of our favorite wineries in the Umpqua Valley near Roseburg, Oregon. And in fact, it's the winery that served the wine at our wedding here. They are preparing and presenting a 5-course special Valentine's Day dinner in their wine cave. So that's where we're going tomorrow night, and we're really both looking forward to it. So spending one night there, we'll be back on Thursday. And when we get back, I was hoping I could do it this afternoon, but the day's getting away from me today. We'll go down to the beach, and I want to scout out some driftwood. I want to make a driftwood railing for those 3 steps that I installed off the deck a few weeks ago back at the house in town. So anyway, probably on Friday, because the weather looks pretty good on Friday, we'll head down to the beach and scout out some driftwood. Well, good morning, guys. We're back from our Valentine's trip. That was awesome. We had a really nice time. Quick getaway, but very romantic and real nice. We enjoyed it. Anyway, so as I mentioned before, back to projects, and I think I want to go down to the beach today. It's not raining. It's pretty overcast and cloudy, but we'll go down to the river and see if we can't find some driftwood to make a railing for the steps here. I'm going to need, not a very big piece, really about 3 feet will do. And, I thought about mounting it here, but the steps are going this direction and the fence is going that direction. So that wouldn't really, it might work out okay. The other option is to put 2 cedar posts in, and I could do it on either side actually, and then mount that railing to the cedar posts. And Lisa wants to do like a rope mounting, which I think is pretty cool. I'll probably actually mount it with a bracket, but then wrap rope around it. And that'd look pretty cool, like I said. So I've got to decide whether or not we're going to mount it off these posts or sink new posts. Anyway, let's go find some driftwood. This particular part of Oregon is referred to as the Wild Rivers Coast. And the reason is there's a number of rivers that empty out into the Pacific Ocean, including right here in our town, the Rogue River. And what happens is storms will fell trees upriver, or forest fires or what have you, and those trees fall into the river and get washed out to sea, and then storms at sea wash that wood and debris back up onto shore. So if you're into driftwood, man, this place is a paradise because there's a number of places along the beach where it tends to gather, and this is one of those spots. So we've had some pretty good storms this winter so far, so there's a lot of wood on the beach, and it's all different varieties. So anyway, pretty cool. Okay guys, so I got some pretty interesting pieces down at the beach that I think will be cool for the railing. Check this one out. Got that little hook there, that's pretty wild. It's about the right length. That might look cool, you know, attach this part at the top going down. This is a cool piece here. This one's cool. I like these little knots in here. That's pretty wild. Might not be fun to grab onto, but still pretty cool. It's got the little Y here. And then I've got just some, you know, nice, solid, smooth ones here as well. So this one's cool also. Look at this sort of knot at the end here. Wild. I like that. Anyway, I'm going to let Lisa take a look at these, and together we'll pick something out for the railing and maybe use a couple of these other pieces to put, you know, make some decorative design underneath or something. Who knows? That's a cool thing about driftwood, man. You can use your imagination, come up with all kinds of things to use it for. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to wrap it up there this week. I appreciate you joining me. Hey, listen, I want to give a special thank you to all of our subscribers. The channel's growing, Lisa and I are having fun developing it, but it's because of your subscriptions and viewership that we're motivated to keep going. So again, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hey, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a like. In fact, smash that like button. I'll look forward to seeing you next time.